In the early 70s, I was looking for a way to make barbecuing easy. And at that particular time, cooking at barbecue contests around the South and Mid-South was getting to be a big thing. And I came upon an idea about putting some trays inside a barrel and then putting a firebox on the back side and kind of calling that indirect heat. Well, I consulted a friend of mine who was a rocket scientist, and he concluded that when these trays start turning inside this barrel and that heat comes up from the bottom, that what you do, you create a mini convection oven to a degree. So thus we had one made, and we perfected it even more and more and more, and they eventually evolved into the stainless steel systems that's used now. However, the first one that we used and made was made out of black iron. But once we won a couple state championships, and then a world championship, and then an international championship using those kind of indirect heat trays that turn inside the barrel of the pit, then they became very, very, very popular. And many, many state championships, many national championships, and many world championships was won on that type of pit. So this is how our cooking evolved on the basic pits that we started out using. I guess you could say that I grew up being very familiar with barbecue and smoke products and things along this line because my dad ran a big meat locker, and many times when I was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, I would help him unload 400, 500, 600 pounds of smoked sausage out of the smokehouse, as well as hams and bacon. So I've been kind of involved with smoked meats and barbecue and stuff like that. Actually, ever since I was old enough to know what I was doing, but I never really got deep into it until I realized one day that Dad had a real good product, and my mother was an excellent cook as well. But Dad sometimes would put a little too much seasoning on things. So I just basically took what seasoning he used and kind of got with some chemists and some specialists, and then all of my seasoning and my seasoning blends and everything has basically evolved from what my father had and kind of what my mother taught me when it comes to good quality cooking. And I've always took our products and tried to make them better each and every time that I took something off the barbecue pit. When it comes off of the pit, it's got the best that's in me, and this is what I've always tried to provide to my customers. For many years, we did fundraisers for schools, church groups, anybody need to raise funds. We were always available to help them raise funds through our barbecue. And a man told me one day I ought to go to a barbecue contest. He said, "You got some of the best barbecue in the world." I said, "Well, I don't know much about all that." He said, "Just go to a contest and see where you stand." He said, "Go for it. What you got to lose?" So we did. We went to the barbecue contest, and we got up against real quick the reigning world champion. We came in second. But a lot of judges came by after the contest and said, "You guys got some real good barbecue. You just don't know a whole lot about how you present it, all this kind of stuff." So we went home, and I've always been one that, I don't like to finish second, because Vince Lombardi said winning is everything. So I said, well, let's just work harder than everybody else, and let's improve our product every time we do it. Well, to make a long story short, we went back and went to some more contests. We started winning state championships, and then the next year, we went to Memphis in May, and we finished third, the first time we ever went to Memphis in May. Well, I was really pleased with that, but yet it wasn't number one. So the following year, we again won enough state championships to elevate us into the Memphis in May World Championship, and we won. And then after that, we went on to the World Pork Expo, and we won that. So, we've been there. We've put our product out in front of professional judges, and then that's when we turned into taking our same product and using it in our catering line. And this is why I think we've been able to be so successful in our catering line, is because of the type of product that we provided to our customers in a very consistent manner.